If you want to support the predator poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $7 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.
This channel is a group of investigative journalists who make educational documentaries showcasing and educating society, especially parents and legal guardians, about potential scenarios that result from young people and adults conversating online if left unchecked. We conduct thorough interviews with consenting adults in an attempt to understand their perspective on why they partake in these conversations online with people that are not of age. The goal of the interviews in these videos and the videos themselves is to gain an understanding of the perspective of the individual being interviewed, so parents and the rest of society can be educated and aware of potential thought processes and desires of adults online to unsupervised persons not of age. These videos are not to cyberbully, harass, degrade, accuse, or threaten any individuals partaking in the interview process or in the video itself. We do not condone any of these actions. These videos are strictly educational, and we grant full permission for academia, which is any classroom setting or in scholarly papers, to show or cite our videos. To ensure that these videos are strictly used for educational purposes, we strictly adhere to YouTube's community guidelines, such as not revealing someone's personally identifiable information, in other words, PII. YouTube defines personally identifiable information as their home address, email addresses, signing credentials, phone numbers, passport number, medical records, or bank account information. We thoroughly look at and edit our videos to ensure that none of this information about any individual is shown in our videos. To ensure extra privacy for each person that is a subject of an interview in any of our videos, as of September 1st, 2022, to thoroughly comply with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy, there will be no mention or information about the last name or first name of any person interviewed in our videos. Due to potentially illegal activities discussed in our videos, law enforcement in the respective jurisdiction we conduct these interviews in is notified of each interview and video filmed by us. We are not accusing any individual interviewed of being guilty or committing a crime. That is the job of law enforcement. We are not vigilantes, and we do not condone vigilantism or vigilante behavior, such as taking the law into your own hand or not notifying law enforcement when a suspected crime takes place. We are investigative journalists. Trigger warning. Some of what can be discussed in these videos can be sensitive to some, emotional, or stressful. The only goal of these videos is to educate the public. At the end of each video, as of September 1st, 2022, there will be an educational portion at the end to discuss what was talked about in the video and to discuss what people can take from that video and learn from and tell others about. Our goal here is to bring awareness and educate the public. Now the video will start. How's it going? Good, good, man. Hey, man, grave digger or something?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, yeah, my uncle did that.
Yeah.
Brian, nice to meet you. I'm Gordon. Got to talk about Lily, okay? Want to just go over to the covers over there where we can be away from people? Everything's for your safety, all right? Just want to have a conversation with you. Not here to hurt you or anything like that, all right? I know you're a good dude. You work hard, and hey, man, my grandpa was just buried, so I respect what you do, okay? I know we can all just kind of have shit that happens. And if anybody comes up to us and asks like anything that's going on, I'm just gonna change the subject, okay? Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool, man. And it is voluntary to talk to me, but again, we have everything saved, and I think we probably should, because again, I think you're a good dude, and I just want to kind of clear it up and be all good, okay? Mm-hmm. Cool, man. Did you drive over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Which car is yours? Is there anybody with you? Okay. What car?
White Explorer.
Gotcha, man. Yeah, we just go in the there's people there. Shit. We can just sit out right here if you're cool with that. Okay. Well, have a seat. And I won't have them in your face or everything. Those are just to protect you, because I'm a bigger guy. I want you to know that I'm not here to like take your head off or get your money or anything like that, okay? Well, like I said, my name is Gordon. I'm sorry to meet you like this. Mm-hmm. So what do you do for work exactly? You are a grave digger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how long have you been doing that for?
94.
Really? So since you had like brown hair?
Well, it's been black.
Okay, so this is before you look like a corpse, pretty much. All right, man. Has that been like your only job?
No, I used to work as a mechanic for a little while.
Okay, what made you become a grave digger?
Well, I started working with somebody else.
Okay.
It was mowing.
Yeah.
I used to work at Kmart up in Radcliffe, and they closed.
Sure.
Closed.
Okay.
And then I knew somebody worked with my mom. her husband done mowing, was looking for somebody to help, and I
Uh-huh.
started helping him, and then he started digging graves.
All right. And from there, do you run your own little business, or? Nice, man. Do you employ anybody?
Just me and my brother.
Nice, man. But you're the owner? Nice. Oh, and y'all go like 50-50? Cool, man. Full time, I assume? All right. Well, I appreciate what you do. Nobody wants to get their hands dirty and do shit like that. So, but yeah, man, like I said, my uncle is a grave digger, and my grandpa, unfortunately, just got buried by, my uncle. So it's rough, but somebody has to do it, man. Nobody wants to be the one to run the nuclear reactors, to climb those towers and put the light bulb on, but we need people like you. So last thing I want to do is just see you fall into some BS. So I'm here to just kind of talk to you about it. Okay? Cool. Before anything, I mean, do you know what I'm here to talk to you about?
Not really.
Okay. What do you think I could be here to talk to you about?
I don't know.
What's your best guess?
I got the message wanted to meet.
Okay.
Just talk a few minutes or something like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What do you think I'd be talking to you about this girl?
I don't know.
Okay. What's her name?
Lily's what I've been told.
All right. Yeah. No, you're right. I appreciate your honesty. Do you think there's any reason I could be like bringing up Lily to you?
I don't know what it would be. I mean.
Okay. What would be a potential reason, you think?
I have no idea what it would be. I mean, I've been honest about everything. Is straight up with everything I've said.
Absolutely. Well, how did she get here, or how is she supposed to get here?
Said you.
Okay. Got it.
What I was told.
Okay. Where does she live?
Said she's been staying with her grandmother in N0ODlST.
Okay. Got it. Does she like drive or anything, or?
Apparently not.
Okay. How old is she?
Close to 13. I don't know.
Okay. Did she tell you anything besides 13? Okay,
Not
fair
that I
enough.
remember.
Okay. So she never told you like I'm 25 or I'm 10 or anything, just always 13? Okay, got it.
I think it's been, I don't say how long. I can't remember.
Okay, that's when y'all first started talking. How long have y'all been talking for?
It's been a while. I don't remember.
Got it. Yeah, that's fair. Been over a year?
It might have been. I don't really remember.
That's totally fair, man. I think when dead bodies are occupying your time, it's hard to remember anything else.
Yeah, time gets by. We're in a hurry.
So do you actually see, I mean, I'm kind of curious about this. This is my cousin's kind of dad, so it's not really like a close uncle. He's, I'm originally from Houston. My uncle, he lives like in West Texas. So I don't talk to him too much, but, so do y'all like see the dead bodies when y'all do the grave stuff, or?
Not usually.
Okay.
If they open the casket at the cemetery,
Oh.
of course we will, but that's not common.
Okay. Is that like not traumatizing for you?
Not to me. I mean, it's just
Swear.
what you got to do.
Yeah. Well, so do you get paid like per grave you dig, or per, if I may ask, I mean, I don't want to be intrusive, but how much would that be usually
We get $6.50.
for one grave? How long does it take to dig one up?
Dig, we probably average an hour, and then another hour to set the tent and stuff, and then probably hour to hour and a half to fill in and take down.
So you get paid pretty good for it. Nice, man.
We got, better part of 2 days tied up. So,
Yeah, true. For one grave?
for one.
Okay. Well, that's not, I mean, you're still making like 1,000 a week or something like that for yourself?
It varies.
Yeah, that's fair. Got it. Okay, so,
No, we don't usually, depends on how many we have.
yeah.
I don't get that much. But,
Yeah, I'm sure during COVID, was it more of were you more busy, or was that all fake, or?
21 we did.
Really?
When they started them jams.
Really? See, that's interesting, because I think, rather than any study, or rather than any rather than asking some scientist who's in a bubble all day, I think asking a gravedigger would be a lot more interesting. So,
Yeah, you can ask anybody.
so yeah, I mean, I didn't get that shit. I mean, I'm sure. Did you get that thing? Yeah.
Anybody that's been in the funeral business, that was in business in 21,
Uh-huh.
the same thing. Cover it up.
Really? Was it a lot of like heart attacks and all that, or?
Well, yeah, a lot of them was like 60-some-year-old men there at one stretch. That was heart attacks, no known heart trouble.
So after that shot came out, you noticed an uptick in like?
For 21, it's dropped back off.
Yeah. I've kind of noticed that too.
This year's been a little above normal so far. or above average.
Yeah, that's fair. That could be all the Twinkies people eat though this time. But, all right. So I do have the messages here, but you know, you are very honest about everything, so I don't really feel the need to kind of go through these or you know try to take a dump on you or anything like that. I don't really feel that would be fair. But you know, without having to go through these, which I don't think we do, what was kind of talked about in the messages?
Well, mostly just general talk. You know, we can talk about wanting to meet.
Yeah.
And I just, at one time, I mentioned going to a cookout.
A cookout. So tell me about like kind of like I've heard of colonies, never been to one because I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, I'd rather not do that. But what are like these colonies like? Like
I've never been to a resort. It's always been at people's houses.
Like people's houses. Like what does that mean?
I mean, you just like what sit around and talk. And,
Just new in the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or well, it's not required. Any place I've been, it's not been mandatory.
Okay. So
have a, have a little meal, get to know one another, that kind of thing.
How do you even connect with people in that way?
Some of them have been from online.
Mm-hmm.
One group, they sent out messages, contacted me through the association. There's a nationwide association.
Is it like a website or something? Or?
Yeah, they've got a website.
Well, I respect it, man. That's like some, I mean, that's like primal stuff right there, for sure. That's like really Neanderthal times. But, I mean, they're a lot more self-sufficient than we are now. So, I mean, I respect that. So y'all mentioned going to like cookout?
I don't.
Okay. So what's this camp y'all kind of discussed bringing her to?
Camp.
Like kids camp, something like that?
Oh, that's it. That's at a resort up in Ohio. I've never been. I don't have any idea.
Okay.
Well, I don't even remember what that conversation was about, really. I know there is they call it kids camp.
A kids camp,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like on the colony?
It's at a resort.
It's at a resort, okay. Where in Ohio is that?
It's outside of Cincinnati. So I've never been there. It's outside Cincinnati someplace.
Okay, and y'all just kind of discussed going there one day?
I don't remember discussing going up there. I just remember, I said I don't remember that particular conversation.
No, I'm saying like, did y'all like discuss maybe y'all two just going to visit there one day or going somewhere else like that one day?
I probably mentioned visiting. I mean, I'd like to go
okay.
Sometime if I get a chance.
Fair enough. Was she asked, and I'm not like, it's a terrible thing. I'm just trying to figure out what's said in here because I don't like to read. I'm a college dropout. Okay, so was she ever asked to just come along with you to one of those resorts, or?
She asked me.
She asked you. Okay, what did she say to that?
I don't remember the exact conversation, but after I mentioned I went to that cookout, she said something along the lines, that was neat, or I'd like to go, or something like that.
Was there like kind of like a mutual interest in y'all both going to something like that?
She'd mentioned going.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'll see. I said I don't remember exactly, but I told her basically I'll see what the host, see what they say.
Sure.
And of course I asked them, and they said no.
Okay. So that kids camp thing in Ohio, what do you remember about what they advertised? I mean,
It's just I really don't know what they do there. Of course, I mean it's a learning experience, but I've never been.
What do you mean by learning experience?
I think they've got it's kind of like a summer school, if I understand right.
Summer school for.
Well, I mean it's just they've got like games that they play.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that. I said I don't know. I've never been.
Okay, but I was saying, is that like more? Is that kind of resort more geared towards like kid friendly stuff versus like adult stuff?
Family friendly.
Family friendly. Okay, so.
Which most of them are.
Okay, so this would be something that like a mom, dad, son, daughter go to. Okay, got it. Is there like an age limit on those things, or is it all just?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Of course, that's all up to the resorts what they.
Yeah.
What they don't.
No, I don't. You don't make the rules here. Yeah.
I've never been, so I can't say what any.
Of course. Yeah. No. Fair enough. So I gotta ask, because there are a lot of, I guess you could say, people online that would be very just the opposite of how you were, like very overbearing, very rude, very. No, that's not the vibe I got at all. That's kind of why I decided to talk to you about this. So I got to ask, are you on the...
I did see right there said 52. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so she'd be 15 now, you'd be 54. Okay, right. Shit. Are you on the, and I don't mean to be intrusive when I ask this, because, like I said, I mean, weird how our families match. I do have a cousin on the registry. Are you on the registry?
Where are you leading?
Are you on the registry? Okay. What, you don't have to tell me everything, but what kind of happened back then?
Well, it basically, I was on the times what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know how that, I don't know if you've ever been around it, it clouds your mind up pretty bad. They basically taught me led me into saying stuff that I shouldn't have been saying, wouldn't have said any other time.
Was this like a sting or, oh, sorry. Was this like a sting or was this like a...
To me, I don't know if you call it a sting, trap.
Well, I mean, was it like a real girl or was it like the cops?
Nothing real.
It was the cops?
Yeah, what I've been told.
Okay. That makes sense. So, and again, I'm not judging. I mean, obviously we're here. Obviously, I'm not worried that you're going to go snatch anybody up or anything. I mean, if I was, I wouldn't be here even talking to you. But are you allowed at parks?
As far as I know, I mean, I don't.
Okay, but is there any like restrictions? Like you can't be 1,000 feet from a school, that's and that?
Yeah, I think that's on there. Of course, that's not a problem.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you live like
can't,
in...
Can't live like it is.
Right, yeah. Is there anything about like parks on that?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, hey, yeah.
Of course, I was told once all that was over with, all that would go away.
Did you go to...
I was lied to so many times, I don't know what's true, what's right and what's not.
Yeah, they don't really do a good job of updating people on the rules and shit. Did you go serve any time for that? How much, if I may ask? 3 years. That's not too bad. There's definitely worse out there, but I think, you know, if you were one of those, they would probably given you more. They probably understood you were on drugs or something like that. I get that.
Well, I mean, it was prescription. I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I made it worse to me.
I see all your teeth intact. I don't think you're, you know.
Like I said, that's what made it worse to me is because, you know, anxiety attacks, what it was about, what it was for. They put me on that, assuming they know what they're talking about. And it just, you know, there's a huge list of side effects of that stuff. I didn't know at the time. It's just, you know, it messes with your mind so bad that you don't even realize after a certain amount of time, you don't realize what's going on.
Yeah, it's all just a blur.
Yeah. And as I said, that's the prescription part, you know. You can kind of understand that somebody drugs. But I was taking it like I was supposed to, and still don't.
Are you off now?
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I was on same time.
Okay. Jeez.
So, yeah. It's a wonder I'm even sane enough to get out of the house.
I mean, dude, they could write a rap song about you at this point. So I gotta ask, man. I mean, you've really given me a peace of mind with what you've told me. Like, if you really kind of any doubts that I've had, you've kind of quelled them. Like, you know, so I appreciate that. Do you have this app called Sessions at all? Do you have Telegram?
I've got Telegram.
Okay. What's kind of the deal with Telegram? Is that like kind of individuals on there or groups or kind of both or?
What I'd like to have is just individuals.
Individuals? Okay. When did you get introduced?
Groups, I don't know. I never have been on any groups on there.
Fair enough. When they introduced you to Telegram? Or how'd you get introduced to it?
Somebody sent me a link to it, and I can't remember how long ago it's been. It's been a little while.
Like, I'm not saying you know the exact date, but how many? What's the time frame we're talking?
Year, I guess.
Give or take. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough. So the people at who sent you a link to Telegram? Like, was this like a girl, a grown man, or who was this?
It would have been a woman, but I couldn't even tell you
who it was,
when, and
got it.
where it was from. You know?
Yeah. How often do you get on there?
I usually get messages about every day.
Okay. Are the people on there usually American or foreign or
both?
Both.
I think.
Okay.
Some of them I think try to pretend to be American, but they're not.
What what language do you kind of see on there? What foreign languages do you see on there?
Everything I've ever been, it's always been in English, but the way some of the stuff's worded,
Yeah.
and you can, it makes me wonder if they really are American.
Uh-huh. What do they kind of talk to you about on Telegram?
A little bit of everything.
Okay. Well, let me ask you though. Wait till I pass. Yeah, like I said, man, if anybody passes by, I'm not here to do any of that extra stuff. Well, let me ask you this, because obviously with what I'm trying to do, I want to get like the quote unquote real bad guys. And do I put you in that category? Absolutely not. Like, I don't think you're, do I think Lily's coming home after she talks to you for a few minutes? 100%. Like, I'm not worried about that at all with you. But, I've heard there's people like on Telegram and some of these other apps, especially on Telegram, that are probably less than kosher when it comes to what they think about and what they're kind of into. Would I be kind of right about that?
For me or for Telegram?
For people on Telegram?
Yeah.
Okay.
General,
yeah, not you,
I
but
mean, it's probably all
right.
chats as far as that, even Facebook.
Yeah.
I've got some weird stuff on Facebook before.
Weird stuff. What do you mean?
Well, I want you to join some kind of like a group and join this group, see the videos. Not interested in that stuff.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I wanted to ask you about, because I know a lot of people can take out of context, like, oh my God, this guy is on the registry and this guy's doing that. Bro, you're not married, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're a single dude who's just chatting up people online. Okay, I mean, what guy is doing that? It's more of like, I think there's some, especially foreign actors on Telegram that are trying to how do I put this? Trying to loop you into some bad shit you probably shouldn't be a part of. So what would kind of be going on with that? Because I'm kind of curious, because we've seen some people on Telegram probably try to get you into some shit that maybe we shouldn't be a part of. So what's kind of been going on?
I don't really. Well, I mean, I don't know if it was on Telegram or what, but every now and again I'll get so and so invited you to a group. Go over there.
Yeah, I just want to sit under there. Does it need to sound like a freaking fat guy pissing for the... Maybe you should just remove the mic. I guess here would be fine. Oh, okay. Okay. So you said some weird shit has happened, like on Facebook and stuff like that. You're good, man.
Yeah, I said just want me to join these crazy video groups and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I do want to ask about that, because we've kind of seen that happening as well. And again, like, if you're online for an extended period of time, myself included, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. So obviously, we all have like digital footprints and shit, right? We all kind of, when we go click on something, it's always there and all that stuff. But obviously the internet is subjective. Like, if you click on ESPN, you know what ESPN is? Yeah. Sports. If you click on ESPN, you click on ESPN, it doesn't matter. I mean, there's a reasoning behind it. We don't know the reasoning. For whatever reason, you just went to ESPN.com, probably to go watch sports or probably to go read an article or something. That's fine. Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of the same with these groups. One way or another, they put you in these groups. What we don't know is kind of the reasoning why it happened. And to a lot of people, it could be like, oh my God, well, we'll just write him off because he's already this. We have this preconceived notion. I didn't know you were on when that happened. That tells me that, okay, this wouldn't have happened if you were on. And same thing with the groups. I can just look at you being in the groups and be like, oh God, well, to me, oh, they're all the same. But no, I think there's levels to it. I think there's the people that own groups. I think there's the people that are making these videos themselves. And I think there's the lonely people who just get bored and just join them. And I think that could be what happened with you, and that's totally fine. But that being said, I do want to ask, are any of the videos in the groups like stuff you've made yourself at all, or?
I've not been on. I never joined any of them. When
Okay.
it comes up, I just delete it. You know.
Right. But I mean, anything from what like people have tried to get you into or try sending you and stuff like that. Were any of those pictures like any of those belong to you at all?
I had one that tried to extort me. Said to send a picture and it said if you don't give me, I don't remember how much money I'm going to send this to everybody on your list and all that.
Yeah. Well, that's typical. That's happened to my friend before too. But I mean, to me, it looks like there's been people on Telegram and Facebook and maybe some other apps. The only ones I've seen are Telegram and Facebook that have been trying to, that have kind of been doing stuff that could kind of loop you into some trouble. And I'm trying to figure out like why that could be, like why that's happening, when it's been happening. Like, are there any examples that you can kind of tell me of people that have just kind of hit you up out of the blue and just kind of try to send you some stuff like some of this younger stuff?
I don't know what's on them. I said they just send them right out of the blue.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how they get my username or whatever.
Okay.
They just something pop up. And I don't even fool with it. I just delete it.
Okay. So some people have found you like on Telegram and Facebook, and they've just sent you some crazy shit.
That way it was. Can't remember what it was on. Yeah, just right out of the blue. I guess it's just a mass email or whatever you call it. That's what I assume it is.
Okay. What was kind of that? Do you know who that could have been that sent you that crazy stuff? Okay. Do you know how long ago it was?
I got one day or two ago.
Okay. How often does this happen where they send you kind of shit like that?
It probably wouldn't. Average probably wouldn't even be once a month, once a week. But it's just. Sometimes I'll get 2 or 3 right together, and then it may go several weeks and not anything at all.
Would it be fair to say this could be like a monthly thing?
Once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah,
Okay.
Probably what I have. Yeah.
Do you know usually what the usernames say of the people who are sending some stuff like that to you?
I don't even pay any attention to it.
Okay. Do you know what are the profile pictures like typically? What do the profile pictures typically look like of the people kind of doing this stuff?
I really couldn't tell. I don't even pay much attention to them.
Okay.
I see so-and-so group, of course they'll have on there something about it. Chat or this, that, and the other, and I just read it and go on.
Okay. And sometimes you said they send pictures as well, just random pictures. Do they just find your username, send you a random picture or two?
I've had that happen a couple of times. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Ask who is this, where I know you're from, and I never get an answer.
Fair enough. With the shit they send, like, how does it make you feel? Like what's your reaction to what they send?
Aggravating. Like, what are you sending me this stuff for? I'm not interested.
Okay. Do you think it's morally right, the stuff they're sending you?
Not to me, it's not.
Okay. Okay. So, is the stuff they're sending like? But so just to be clear, because I really want to make sure, because this is an important distinction. They're sending you stuff. It's not.
Right.
It's not you creating anything.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm not getting on the website and then getting a response from that. It's just they send it to me.
Okay. So it's not like. So it's not you advertising saying, "Hey, I have this. I took this myself." Nothing like that. Okay.
You're correct.
All right. Fair enough. So my kind of thing is, because I think you are a good, hardworking dude. I don't want to see kind of you get looped into some BS like that. You know what I mean? Especially when it's just people randomly sending you this crap. Are they sent? So the pictures they're sending, are these usually like links to pictures, or are they just sending pictures in the chat randomly, or how does that kind of work?
Well, it'll be like a message. I don't know, Facebook, Telegram, whatever it happened to be. It'll come up as a message and say so-and-so added you to a group, and of course it'll have a little short video like on there or something, or a picture, and it'll have the link to click on to go to it.
Okay, got it. So we've noticed that there has been some link clickage to kind of join these groups. Is that just something like what's kind of going on with that?
If I ever clicked on one, it just to see, see what it is, until I figured out what all of it was.
Then you can't. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, they say there's something behind the door. You open the door, see what's on the door, close the door. Okay. Fair enough.
Once I figured out what it is.
Okay. Do you get more
Out of here.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Do you get more invites to groups on a Telegram or Facebook?
Probably more on Facebook.
Okay.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything about a group on Telegram.
Okay.
As of now.
Yeah. Are there any other apps where they've invited you to kind of groups or sent random pictures?
Let's see. I think he did it one time on Kick. KIK.
KIK.
But that hadn't happened in a while.
How long ago was that?
Oh, it's been probably a couple of years, I guess, since I got one on there.
Fair enough.
And then I was trying to think. There's the one that's fairly regular. I'm trying to think what group it's on, or what app it's on. I can't remember.
There's another app where they're kind of doing that shit though.
There's one. I say there's one that happens more than anything else.
Really?
It's
Signal?
let me look. If I see it, maybe I'll remember. It's two.
WhatsApp? No.
I don't even use WhatsApp anymore. That's all I got on there. Just crazy stuff.
On WhatsApp?
And people want to send money and send.
Yeah. That's pretty.
I don't even. Just about every one of them I did. I don't even.
Could it be Signal maybe? Signal?
Possibly. What's this? Some of this stuff I don't even know.
You're good. I'll take your word for it.
I guess probably is Signal.
Okay. All right.
I just delete.
Here, you can just put it up. It's all good, dude. Yeah. All right. So there was one app that you can't quite remember that was kind of worse for all that then. Okay. So how did you get introduced to that one app?
Same thing. Somebody sent me a message, asked me to join whatever it had to be.
Okay. And on that app, when they sent you that stuff, was it like a group? Was it like in a group, or was it individuals, or?
The one that sent the message, or sent the...
Yeah, you said one app was kind of worse for some stuff than others.
It was an individual that sent me the link to.
No, I get that, but when you say that app is worse than the other apps, like is it because there's more groups on there with some shit, or is it because
it's always like I said, them groups?
Okay.
So and so joined this group.
Okay, got it. So what type of stuff were they posting in the groups?
I mostly just wanted to join some kind of a site.
Site.
Yeah.
Okay. Were they posting like videos or pictures in the groups, or both, or?
They have some of them have a little picture, and some of them have a little short video.
A short video. Okay. Do you watch like regular?
Hadn't in a long time.
Okay, got it. Fair enough. So I gotta ask, because I know when it comes to like Telegram, Signal, and a lot of these types of a lot of this type of shit, the people on there, and I'm not saying it's you, because obviously we can be curious and click links. That's not the end of the world, but the people on there, they're there for one thing only, and so I gotta ask, how often are these people in these groups sending stuff that could be like younger ladies under 18, or even younger guys under 18?
I couldn't really tell you.
Okay. Well, is it like every single picture or photo, or is it like a few of them, or is it?
There's been a few that look young. Most of them are I would say, just guessing, late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
Mid 30s maybe.
Fair enough.
Of course, you can't tell by
Yeah.
pictures, you know.
How many of them looked young in your eyes, or how often were they posting something I was like young?
Not real often.
Okay.
You know, they look, you know, 18 or 20. Not
Okay.
real often.
Okay. Well, I will tell you, Brian, like I wouldn't be bringing up these apps if they were posting stuff that was only over 18. I mean, we both know that, and I totally understand why. You know, you could say, well, why you wouldn't want to tell me that? Hey, these people are up to this because, you know, I get it, it's not your pictures, it's not your groups, but it's not kind of not fair that you were added to these or you just click on it for the hell of it. Then that shit happens. But it's important that we know because in the end, we want to find out who's are the real people kind of who's doing this stuff. And hopefully try to identify some of the younger people in these videos because in the end, like we don't want anybody to be hurt,
Right.
and that's kind of what we're here for. Like if I thought you were the kingpin or on the totem pole of any of this stuff, I would have been here talking to you about it. But you know, being that I am talking to you, and I know there's some good shit you could probably tell me about these groups and what these other people are up to. It'd probably be good, okay? Because I want to go after like the kind of the producers of this stuff, like the ones who take the photos. And I mean, dude, I could.
Well, like I said, I just ignore it, delete them. I couldn't even tell you, you know.
I know
what who the name is that sent it to me. You know.
Okay.
I mean, if that's something you need, I can.
Sure.
If you want to do it, I can.
Sure.
Do that.
Well, let's kind of start broadly, and then just kind of work our way to try to identify even one of these people, which I think we could probably do. So just be real with me on this, because I know it's not only 18 plus. I mean, we're not talking about Signal and Telegram. Like when we mention Signal and Telegram, it can't be 18. We're not talking 18 plus. That's never been a thing. It kind of doesn't make any sense. Because they wouldn't go to those apps if it was just keeping it kosher. They'd be on Facebook or Instagram or something like that otherwise. So let me just ask.
That may have been Instagram, since you mentioned that.
Okay.
Most of that may be what they're from.
Fair enough.
I just don't pay attention to them. But
Yeah. Do you think people have been adding you to Telegram groups from Instagram?
I've not been on any groups on Telegram.
Or adding you to groups of or people sending, like, okay. Put it this way, like if people been, because you know I don't think you just find those. I don't think those people just find you randomly to send those pictures to. Like, do they talk to you on like another platform first and then bring you to that platform and they just bombard you with shit? Like, how does that work?
Most of them have just been a random. It'll say maybe somebody that I did say hi to or something like that at one time, and hadn't heard from in several weeks or whatever. Then that name will pop up. So and so added you to a group.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just strictly through Instagram or maybe tied in with Facebook.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Okay, but there's been groups on Kick, right? And there's been some groups on probably Signal, but you don't really remember the app.
No.
Okay, but there's been groups on some other app that wasn't Telegram, right?
I don't remember anything like that on Telegram up to this point.
Okay, but I'm saying like you mentioned Kick.
As a group,
okay.
It's always individual.
Okay.
What I dealt with on the Telegram.
Okay, so if people on Telegram, sent you kind of shit we both don't condone, like kind of younger stuff that you didn't really want or anything?
Not that I can remember on Telegram. There've been a few that's want money and want cards and that kind of stuff. But.
So what apps have people sent you kind of, or either put in groups that you were in or even sent you directly, which I get you're not asking for it, I get you're not after that stuff, but what apps have people kind of sent that stuff to you directly or put in groups that you've just been around in?
It's mostly been Instagram.
Okay, but they've sent like actual young photos on Instagram?
Well, I don't know how young they actually are, but something like that, I just ignore it.
Okay.
Most of the pictures I get are adults,
Right. So what percentage of pictures you get would you say are adults versus non-adults? Like what's each percentage you think?
Overall, I'd say at least 98-99% are adults.
Okay.
They're obviously adults.
So some have kind of maybe slipped through the cracks that have been a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, people I've known for a long time maybe actually do know or something like that. They may send me a picture of their kid, grandkid, niece or nephew or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about like I'm talking about
different
like
situation.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. But there's been instances where we've seen from your accounts kind of open up like, and again, could be there's a million reasons you could end up in the middle of the desert, right? Like there's not just one reason, but we've seen kind of links clicked on. Have people sent things called mega links before to you?
I I'm not familiar with that term.
Okay.
Could be, but
Have they just sent links where you open it and it's just a bunch of pictures and you're like, oh, what's this? And you click off of it?
yeah, that's happened before.
Okay.
Not in a little while.
Okay.
I said, well, I figured out what they are, and I just don't even fool with them anymore.
Kind of figured it's like, could be like the wrong stuff to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Sure.
well, I know what that is. I'm not gonna fool with it.
Okay. So I do want to ask about those links because, you know, like I said, there's context to everything, right? Like, you know, I could just see that you opened the link, but I can't see how, you know, why it was opened or yeah. Okay. So there have been links you've opened where you've seen it's stuff that's maybe like a little bit too young.
Yeah, well, it's just in general, it's just something I'm not interested in.
No, I understand that.
But yeah, there have been some that they're definitely young.
Okay.
I can't say that they're under legal age, but
Okay. So how often are these people kind of trying to loop you into stuff that are under legal age, whether it's like pictures or videos that are like intentional in nature?
it's not real regular.
Okay.
I say I get them to join them groups, and
Okay.
now and again, but it's
Okay. So it's like once in a blue moon they put you in some shit like that?
yeah.
Okay.
Or try to get you to join maybe
Yeah.
group.
Okay. So if people advertise groups to you that have been under legal age, just saying, hey, I have this group that's under legal age, do you want to join it?
Not that I can remember.
Okay. So have you just joined groups that have ended up being that and you realize what it is and you're like, fuck this, I'm out?
I don't really remember anything specifically about underage, but it's been stuff and that kind of thing that I'm not interested in.
Okay.
Ended up leaving. But as far as anything specific, it's would be underage. I can't think of anything.
Okay. But you mentioned that people have kind of tried to send you that stuff before. Okay.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Okay. So when they have sent it, what was it that they sent? And who did it come from? Let's try to get that first.
I don't even remember
Okay.
who sent it.
Well, did they send you pictures or videos of that stuff?
It was a link to, I guess probably pictures. I don't really
A
remember.
link to
I said
pictures.
It's been so long. I don't really remember.
Okay. Do you know what platform they sent you that link on?
No.
Okay. But somebody just sent you a link. Did you know what it was when you opened it? Or did you know what it was going to be?
Not at the time.
Okay.
No.
Okay. But then you see that it's like just underage shit and you get
So
off.
I'm not interested
Okay.
in. I just
Got it.
signed out, delete.
Fair enough. So just be frank with me, because again, if you're deleting it, if you're signing out of it, that's good. But we want to try to track down like who's behind those pictures, because that's important to know, especially in the situation that we're in right now. Because I'm fully prepared to just leave you out of it if we can kind of figure out. Maybe I'm not saying you know their names, but even point me in the direction of where these people are, where they're sending this stuff. I mean, that's important to know.
Right.
What were on that link? Was it like younger boys, younger girls, or both, or?
That was both.
Really?
I remember. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
I said I don't really remember for sure. Any details about it.
Well, how'd you feel when you opened it?
I said I'm not interested in this.
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't really what you call disgusted or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just, what are you doing sending me this stuff?
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Fair enough. Do you know how long ago it was?
Oh, it's been a while.
Okay.
Probably more than a couple of years, I guess, since anything like that.
Okay.
Maybe even longer than that.
Yeah. Were these like pictures, videos, or both that were on that link?
If I remember right, it's just that particular link was just pictures. But
Okay.
it could have been, going into
Yeah,
the site. And
yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know about how many? What would be your best guess on how many pictures there were on that link?
I don't know if you went on in. I don't know. It probably would have been just guessing. I'd say probably several hundred. I don't
Several
know.
hundred.
I
Okay.
guess. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a difference between one or two versus 100. Okay, so it wasn't like, okay, 1, 2, 3. It was like, oh, it's a lot of them.
Yeah, 50 or
Okay.
100. I don't know.
Got like more than 10.
More, yeah.
Okay, got it.
I'd say so.
That's fair.
But
Okay.
like I said, I can't say absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
Yeah. No, fair enough. But I mean, I think we can definitely remember, like, if I jump in a ball pit as a kid, I can remember that there's, I can't tell you how many balls are on the ball pit, but I can tell you there's more than one or two because I can just fucking look at it. Okay.
Right.
All right. So on that link, we know it was kind of younger than 18 stuff, right? Okay. So just be frank, because again, this isn't a link you created or anything like that. I don't care about that. And look, I know you were maybe a little bit flirtatious with Lily, who's 15. Okay, I get that. That's teenage girl. I mean, they shouldn't be online in the first place. I mean, my thing is if you enter the arena, you got to play the game, right? So that's on her, okay? So if you said some stupid shit, I don't care about that. But and just because I ask you this, that doesn't, I'm not implying that you're into it. I'm just asking about what they're sending, okay? There's a difference, all right? On those links or on that link, what was kind of the age ranges that popped up on there? Like, I'm not saying you know exactly, but like ballpark to ballpark.
Well, of course, they say 18 to 25, but I'd say probably some of it was, you know, guessing 16, 17.
Okay.
I said that's just an absolute guess, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Brian, so I don't really tell too many people this, but kind of what we can figure out is that when stuff is clicked on, we can kind of tell the certain ages of shit that's clicked on, all right? So I'm gonna let you know, like, when it's 16 and up, we don't flag it because a 16-year-old can look like a 22-year-old. A 22-year-old can look like a 16-year-old. So it's like there's no freaking way to know. When it's 12 to 15, there's a yellow light that pops on. It's kind of like a yellow notification, you know what I mean? Kind of get the idea. When it's 9 to 12, it's like an orange light or orange like little flag thing. When it's 5 to 8, it's a red light. And when it's 0 to 5, it's a dark red light, okay? So I want to show you some Instagram accounts here. This is another account of yours right here. Okay. So there's a few accounts on Instagram, such as Teen and a few other ones that are kind of geared towards stuff of people under 18 that are in your following list and that you follow, okay? So we know everybody associated with accounts like that, specifically that account, for whatever reason, they're being looped into stuff where they're getting stuff that's not 16 or 17, or it's like obviously younger stuff, okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. I think your preferred age range is probably 15 and up or 16 and up, and that is what it is. That's because you're a guy with okay? I mean, that's everybody. But, you know, just because you're looking for that stuff online or looking for stuff that's barely 18 or 18, 19, 20, that's totally fine. It's a normal guy thing. That doesn't mean that the guys sending you shit are necessarily into the same stuff. It means they could be into shit that's very young, okay? They could be into shit that you don't like, but it's the same thing. If you're at a Chinese buffet, you been to a Chinese buffet?
I'm not crazy about Chinese food.
I feel it. You been to a buffet at all?
Buffets.
Okay, what buffet have you been to?
Been a while. We've been like Stonehearth or Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, like country cooking stuff. Yeah, okay. So every single thing at the buffet, do you get every single thing there? No, you get like steak or whatever you like. Well, you know, when they have the nasty ass pudding or the Jello or whatever, nobody gets that, right? Nobody gets that shit. That's why it's sitting there for days on end. But so I kind of look at it the same way as like kind of this Telegram stuff or the Signal stuff or this Kick stuff. Just because you're looking for something specific, which could be like 16 and up or 17, 18, 19, 20, that's fine. The people sending you shit, they're sending the whole buffet to you, okay? And you probably pick and choose, like, all right, well, I like this, but I don't like the rest of that. But what's kind of the hang up here is just because you don't like a lot of the shit they're sending doesn't mean that they're not sending it to you. So now we got to figure out like why they're sending it to you, how often they're kind of sending this shit, and try to go flip it back on them. You know what I'm saying? So let's kind of take it back. I understand that you would tell me that like, you know, 16, 17, whatever. I get that. That's probably honestly what you were looking for, and that's okay. But, you know, I'm looking for people that are actually into this shit, that are actually into the bad stuff, okay? And that isn't you, but I think you could lead me to them, okay? I wouldn't be here talking to you if I didn't think you could lead me to them, okay? So let's kind of rewind, all right? Because I know there's been a lot of links opened up. I know people have been sending pictures, videos, and all of that stuff, all right? I don't think you've said one time, send me this young stuff or something like that. I don't think you said that one time. I mean, you know, I'm pretty good at finding messages to a lot of accounts, obviously, as you can see, and I've never seen that one time, okay? So But what I have seen is records of people sending you shit that was young. Okay. I mean, I'm not wrong about that, am I?
There've been some that was young.
Okay, but I'm not talking 16, 17. I mean young. Like, I mean, you can look at that and be like, that's a kid. Like, there's no like, you know, you can look at a 16-year-old and be like, okay, that could be an adult, but you can't look at somebody who's like an elementary and be like, that's an adult. I mean, people have been sending you stuff that's like where nobody's disputing that. You know what I mean? So let's kind of walk it back, all right? Because I know that's not shit you indulge in. I mean, to me, you're following teen shit. That's teen stuff, okay? But people have been sending you shit that's been not teen stuff. It's been, okay? Like, if you were following stuff like, you know, there's an account there that a lot of people follow called 5-year-old gymnast or something like that. That's not the exact name, but if you were following that account, we'd probably be having a different conversation. But, you know, unless you have some burner account where you're following all 5-year-olds, I don't think that'd be the, I don't, you know, do you have a burner account like that? That's what I thought.
What you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, there's a lot of people that are kind of into that young stuff, you know what I mean? And everything I've seen from you is just teens and up, and that's something that can be easily fixed, right? Or that's something that can be easily just, you know, all right, keep it kosher, man, right? But with that being said, when you kind of step into borderline stuff, the border tends to bring in a lot of bullshit that from other stuff, you know what I mean? So let me just ask, how many times or how often have they sent shit where it's like obviously very young? Because it's been happening. We've seen quite a few times.
It's not real often, but I really can't narrow it down specifically.
Okay, well, when's the last time something like that's happened, do you think, where they sent something obviously young?
It's been a while.
Okay.
Like I said, most time I don't pay much attention to all that, you know.
Was it what app did they send that obviously young shit on?
I'm not sure. There's more like Instagram, but I can't say absolutely.
Okay.
I don't know for sure.
Got it.
Because, you know, I don't, when I, you know, you don't pay attention to it, you just don't really remember who, when, and where, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. What were the age range? Like, was it just like a bunch of pictures, or was it just like a link? Like, how'd they kind of send it to you?
It was probably just sent pictures. I really don't remember.
Okay.
You know.
What do the pictures kind of look like?
I don't know what you mean.
Like, what do the pictures look like that they sent?
Just pictures of different people. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. What were like the age ranges that looked obviously young to you?
I've seen some probably look to be 10 or 12.
10 or 12. Okay. And there's people that were just kind of, they just willy-nilly send it? Do they ask if you want it? How does that kind of work?
Most time they just send them. And,
okay.
You know, I didn't ask.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes I ask somebody that's 20s, 30s, whatever. They send through me. Send me a picture. And same thing. But some of them just out of the blue.
You can't trust the foreigner to give a fuck about that. Yeah, no.
They just right out of the blue. There's a picture.
Okay. Got it. What these pictures are like 10 to 12-year-olds. What are they kind of doing in the pictures? Like, is there anybody else with them? Or are they alone? And what race are they usually?
They're white.
White.
Like I say.
Okay. Well, I think we can. I'll just move back in the bench over there. Yeah, let's do that. Whatever. We're just gonna hear somebody pissing behind us for however long. Or unless we can kind of go to that bench over there. Let's just go to that one. It's kind of away from people, if you don't mind. Okay. All right. Okay, so some basically weirdos have sent you some shit of like 10 to 12, pretty much. Okay. So yeah, so you said they're white. So in those photos, like, is there anybody else with them in the photos? Does it look like a snapshot from a video? Like, what do those photos usually look like?
Well, most of them have been like outside in some places. Excuse me, there have been some. It's more than one person there, or you can kind of see like a shadow or part of somebody's
Okay.
arm.
The arm, what does the arm usually look like? Like, whose arm could it be?
Appears to be an adult.
An adult. Okay. What can you see in the photos, like, of the 10 to 12-year-olds?
Some of them are like, you know, like a shirt, miniskirt, bikini.
Okay.
Like
yeah, but we don't flag shit with bikinis and miniskirts. So if we're flagging shit, you know, okay. Are some of these?
I think there've been a few.
Okay, I have like 10 to 12-year-olds. Okay. So exposed and everything. Okay.
Like I said, it's been so long, I don't really remember
Yeah.
a whole lot about it.
Yeah, fair enough. What about like their backside? Anywhere just their back or anything?
I don't remember any of that young. Of course, I have seen pictures from behind, but I don't remember.
Okay.
I can't say anybody that young.
Okay.
Specifically, you know.
Got it. So there's some that are. Okay, so is this like all full or like I'm into
like waist up.
Waist up. Okay. How many have been where? Just be honest with me, okay? Because again, the flagging system is pretty specific with some of this stuff. How many have been to where you could see there? I'm not saying you liked it. I'm not saying this was stuff you asked for, but you know, if people are sending this shit to you, and you know, it could be like a wrong place, wrong time. It's, you know, like if somebody lights a fire in the next house from you, they're going to ask you who lit the fire, right? So that's all I'm asking. How many or how often are they sending stuff where it's like a 10 or 12-year-old and you can kind of see their a little bit?
There's been a few. Like I said, it's been a while.
Okay. So there's been a few. Okay. So is this stuff like you kind of looked up or stuff that people have sent you?
Most of them have just been sent.
Okay.
Most of stuff on like the newest, some of the websites.
Yeah. Family. Okay, yeah, that's fair. So there's been a few people that have sent you, like, say a 10 to 12-year-old, you can see her.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair. Okay, so you mentioned a site called enature.com in the messages. What the heck is that?
They sell videos.
They sell videos? Okay. How much do they usually charge for a video?
It depends on what you get. Some of them are, I don't know, $20, $30 and you go on up. Some of them are, last time I looked, there's probably, I don't know, $140, $150, depending on what it is.
What, for one video?
Depending on what.
Have they seen like who's president right now? Who has $150 to spare? I mean, you know, if Trump was in office, I'd be upcharging all that shit. I'm like, the economy's good now. Well, I guess in your case, yeah. I guess in your case, you probably bought a lot of shit from eNature when the vaccine came out.
I got stuff before that.
Yeah, no, I get you. Okay. How much did you pay for one of these videos?
The most?
Yeah.
Probably 100, 110, somewhere in that range.
Damn, you better be getting a good deal for that shit. Better not be some 2-minute bullshit.
No, it was like a 2-hour video.
Of just videos? Okay.
From different resorts. You
know. Okay.
Or from that one video was at one certain resort.
Okay.
They're different places, all, you know.
Fair enough.
A lot of them are Russia, Ukraine.
Russia-Ukraine stuff? Okay. Yeah. Got it. So, okay. Yeah, well, I know France is pretty famous for that stuff. What's kind of shown in these videos? Like any,
Well, I mean, just full of deep. I mean, there's nothing anywhere remotely.
Okay, got it. Who's usually in the videos?
It's everybody. I mean,
like, what are we talking here?
Well, I mean, I've seen some, it's, you know, infants.
Really?
And then on up to, 80, 90 years old, whoever happens to be there.
Okay, so you've seen...
You know, I said the family.
Yeah. Family. Okay, so you've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 30-year-olds. So just every age you could think of, you've seen. Okay.
Whatever you would meet out in public, like people you meet at Walmart.
Okay, so basically everybody here just with no clothes on, pretty much. Okay, got it.
Minimal.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Did were all of these videos? Did all of them cost money, or some of them free, or?
They have they did. I don't know if they still do or not. They have like a preview.
Okay.
Get for free.
Okay.
If you get the full DVD, you got to buy them.
DVD.
DVDs.
It was a DVD.
They used to have VHS and DVDs.
Okay.
DVD now.
Got it. So they just mail it to your house. Okay. Got it. So we kind of took a look at enature.com. There's pictures on there for free.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you still buy anything from eNature? Or you said it's been a while. You said it's been a while.
It's been several years.
Okay.
Since I hadn't even looked at the site in a while.
Did you buy it from eNature, or was it somewhere else?
Through eNature.
Okay, got it. So in eNature, what pics do they show for free?
I don't know. I said I hadn't even been on there in a while. I don't know what to show for free.
Okay. Well, I mean, you mentioned, you plugged it like a few days ago, I think it was. So, I mean,
something about the videos I'd seen, and that's where.
Okay.
Said something about where did I get them? That's where I got them from.
Okay. Fair enough. Is that like a? How do I put it? Is that within like a? Like it? So is eNature like an American site, or?
I think I believe they're based in Florida.
Based in Florida?
I'll take that back to California. California.
Okay. Fair enough. What's kind of the interest in buying like a full 2-hour video?
Well, just learning about different experiences, different people, different places.
Kind of getting culturally enriched. Right. Fair enough.
Same reason you buy, whatever kind of documentary there is. And that's basically what most of them are, documentaries.
Do they focus like on one like is it just kind of like a like are the videos, do they have like a narrator, or is it just kind of them following people around, or how does it?
Well, some of them have got narrators, and some of them the people in the video are doing the narrating, telling what's going on. It just depends on exactly what you get, what the video is about.
Fair enough. So if this comes on a DVD, do you just like watch it on the TV or something?
Yeah, DVD player.
DVD player, got it. Anything, I know for just like all any stuff, there's like an Onion browser or a Tor browser or the Darknet or something like that. Ever been on like ever just watch it there or anything?
I've heard of them.
Okay, ever heard of like the dark web?
I've heard of the dark web.
Okay.
What it is.
Okay.
The black web or whatever.
Yeah. Have they ever like tried to put you on there before, or?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Nobody's ever tried to say, hey, you should come to the dark web with me or anything like that?
Not that I can remember.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just heard the term.
Yep. Nope, that's fair. I see. So just curious, like how many DVDs of this stuff do you have?
I've got, I don't know, 6 or 8, I guess, right now.
Okay, got it. So you mentioned they come from Russia and Ukraine, some of them?
Most of them are Russia, Ukraine, and France.
Okay. So what are the Russian...
There's some in the U.S. I've got a couple of them I think are U.S.
What are the Russian-Ukraine videos like?
I mean, they're just... one of them I remember, there's of course France, some of them are beauty contests.
But in the...
Right.
Okay.
Well, some of them they go clothed and then...
Yeah.
What they're doing at that particular time. Like Russia and Ukraine, they're out in the woods and exploring different places.
Right.
One of them, there's somewhere over there's a castle that they went to.
I see. So I got to ask, Brian. So it seems to me you're genuinely interested in this like culture and this or that, which to each their own. That's fine. I mean, that's something. If I could drop 50 pounds, I'd probably be interested in too. Maybe I should start digging graves and not sitting on my ass all day. But
Doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
yourself.
No, 100%. But you know, I'm just trying to find a catalyst for this, and what I think it is, I don't think you've had any intention to go watch stuff like, how do I put this, videos of younger people under 18. I don't think that's ever been something you've wanted to do or ever been something. I don't think that's the reason you got on the internet. Okay, I don't think that's the reason that you ever went to Telegram. I don't think it's the reason you ever went to Signal or to Kick or anything like that. I don't think that's what you were there for. But what I can see is there's, you know what a gateway drug is?
I've heard the term, but I don't really.
Okay, but you know how they're like, whatever you think of weed, you know how they're like, oh, if you smoke weed, yeah, if they smoke weed, you're going to end up being a cokehead or something. May or may not be true. For some people it is. I'm sure for some it isn't either. But what I think it is, because I'm just going to be real with you, man, that this whole time, we know that there's been bad apples on some of these apps that have sent you straight up just videos of kids having. I mean, I have no other way to put this to you, man. Okay. And I still to this day don't think you're okay with that. Okay. I don't think you're okay with that. I don't think you like that. I mean, to Lily, you never mentioned one time I want to have you. That was never a thing. Be sure, but that's more of a culture thing. Okay. So I kind of overlook that. But I think it's kind of a gateway drug, man. I think, and I'm not saying that you watch those videos in order to go be okay with the other stuff. I don't think that's what happened. I just think it did happen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that, shit, you're digging a grave. You have like one little hole. Next thing you know, you're 6 feet, right? And I think that's what happened to you online, man, because I'm just reading your chats. I'm talking to you, and I'm like, okay, this can't be somebody who's okay with kids having. That's not the vibe I'm getting from you at all. But one way or another, it's being watched, and I'm trying to figure out kind of what it was, and I think I did figure it out because I think and I think you out of anybody else had the most valid reason that it happened. You start off with documentaries, cultural stuff, and then, hey, man, I get it. We're guys. We always want that next thing. We always want to explore. I mean, Lewis and Clark, they start off in Virginia or something. And they end up in Montana. They got a whole thing named after them over there. You know what I mean? It's like, well, how do we end up here? Same with same with anything, man. Once a guy, and this is the thing that makes guys so great. That's why we have Western civilization. Once a guy latches onto something, it's on and on and on until there's a stop put to it. And you're no different than other guys, okay? You're not the exception to the rule, I'm sorry to tell you. So, one way or another, we just didn't know we just didn't know what led to it, okay? We just knew that this was happening, but we didn't know the backstory behind it. That's why I told you, like the ESPN thing. There's a reason it was clicked on. Now we know the reason that this is kind of happening, okay? So, let's kind of walk it back a little bit. Being that we know now that, there were some videos that were just ordered, totally innocent, it happens, but when you look at it long enough, it can start to be curiosity can seep in. I get that. So I'm just going to ask you this straight up, okay? Because like we know it's been happening. Now I think I know the reason behind it happening, and it's a hell of a lot more. It gives me a hell of a lot more peace of mind that that's the reason it's probably happening is because of those just DVDs rather than like you just woke up one day and you're like, I want to watch this stuff. Okay. And I don't think, the internet's too kind to you at all either. I think the internet's probably not the best thing to be on, but that's okay. Let me ask you this, man. When did people start sending you videos of just kind of younger kids just doing?
It's been several years ago.
Is that when it started?
When
people started sending you videos of younger kids doing stuff?
It's been a while. I can't narrow it down, but it's been several years.
Okay. Okay. Do you know what app that started on?
No.
Okay, fair.
I can't remember.
Fair enough. I mean, we have records. It basically, I mean, I'll be honest with you about how it works. I mean, you're very upfront with me. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to, I'm not going to pull anything out of my ass here. We have records going back to 2 weeks ago. That's kind of the latest we can go look. So basically in 2 weeks from now, we can look at what happened today. You know what I mean? Like it takes 2 weeks to kind of develop and to kind of, so we have records of 2 weeks ago of people kind of still sending in this type of stuff. Okay. It seems to have been happening for quite a while because our records go back. I mean, we've just been tracking it since we've been talking to Lily, to be honest. Okay, like it's from August 2022 to now, pretty much. And if you're telling me it started several years ago, I mean, even
first time ever.
They sent that shit to you? Okay, okay. Has it, how often is it happening now? Like how ongoing is this thing?
As far as anybody underage, I don't remember anything, lately. It's been a while.
Okay, what's a while?
I don't know, probably. Just guessing, a couple of years, maybe a little more than that.
Couple of years, okay.
As far as anything, it was, would be underage or anything like that.
Okay. Well, let's start with the
groups.
Okay.
I got one of them a couple of days ago.
Okay. All right. We'll get to that. Fair enough. We'll get to that. So people started sending you of underage a few years ago. Okay. Where do they send this stuff? Like what app do you think it was, or what website, or?
I can't even remember.
Okay, got it. Do you know if these were like foreigners or Americans sending this shit to you?
I'd say they're probably foreigners pretending to be Americans.
Like broken English, like am here right now. Okay, okay. Yeah, those.
Yeah.
Okay. What types of videos are they sending of kids doing shit?
I said it's been so long. I really just I don't know. Trying to remember back, like laying in bed with adults or kids with kids.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, laying in bed with adults, and as long as you're not in the video, I don't really care that some ass try to get you into this stuff. Okay. What's the adult doing to the kid in the videos?
Like
them. Okay. How far does that extend to? Like what ends up like, is it like what happens next? Anything happen next? Like,
best I can remember what I have seen, it's just like
okay.
Stuff like that.
How young do the kids go and some of the shit they've sent?
I would say, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10.
8 or 10. Okay. Fair enough. And it's an adult, just kind of, for lack of a better term, just them pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you'd say coercing them into it, something.
Okay.
Like that. I don't really know what the term would be.
Yeah, just basically doing shit that they're not supposed to be doing. Okay. What about and I'm just asking because I know when we're talking foreigners, we're not talking any limits. Okay. Your limit, I know, is fucking documentaries. I get that. Okay. But in order to figure out, try to backtrack and figure out, hey, who are these doing this? Like, I'm just gonna say they would make up shit about you. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying make up anything about them, but just tell the truth about them, okay? Because, the worse they look doesn't make you look any worse, okay? Like, in fact, it makes you look better because it shows me that you're not condoning any of that stuff. What is truly the youngest and the most severe thing they've ever sent your way?
As far as anything.
Yeah.
Actual type.
Okay, with a kid?
Yeah, probably would be, I don't know, 16, 17, something like that.
Okay.
What I have seen.
Okay.
I know there's.
Yeah. What's the youngest video you think you've seen? Like what's the youngest age they've sent your way, you think?
As far as type thing.
Yeah, ears
well,
being touched or anything.
The regular resorts, I said there's.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess videos. What's the youngest you think they've sent your way?
I say probably 18 or
8 or 10. Okay, got it. Any videos they've sent that have been just solo videos of like a kid or anything?
Not that I can remember.
Okay, so it's always been like an adult and a kid or kid on kid. Okay, take me through what a kid on kid video is like.
Well, I don't know.
I wouldn't be asking you if you didn't know.
Well, that's just, I don't know. I just really how to word it, how to say it, They just get together and, like I said, one another and play
okay.
one another, stuff like that.
How old are those kids usually in those videos?
That's not probably, 18.
Okay. Are these like, is it girl on girl, girl and boy and boy, or?
Boy and girl.
Boy and girl, okay.
But I said, it's been so far back, it's hard to remember.
Yeah. Is there like an adult like narrating the video or guiding them on what to do or anything like that? Okay, got it. Yeah, no, obviously. I see. So is this stuff that was on like a DVD or was this like online?
Just
Online. Okay. So this was some app or something that it was happening on, or?
Yeah, or some kind of web page, something that somebody sent and popped up.
Okay. So, but one way or another, it was only accessed because somebody sent it. Okay. That's fair. That's totally fair. As long as
either that or it was supposed to be one thing and turned out to be something else.
Yeah, that's fine. I get that.
I had that fairly regular, but like I use YouTube for an example. Get on there, supposed to be a video, say about Mustang cars. You get on there and it's Sherman tanks.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't complain about that in that case. I mean, that's a lot better than, that's like.
I mean, that's the kind of deal. It's supposed to be one thing, turned out to be something else.
Okay. So have you had situations where you thought you were going to open up some adult stuff and it turns out to be stuff?
Been a while.
Yeah. Okay. How long ago do you think that could have been?
Oh, shoot, probably 8 or 10 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. When did the whole catfish thing with the cops happen? How long ago was that?
12, 13.
Okay, so like a little bit over 10 years ago. Okay.
12.
Okay. So did some of this internet bullshit kind of happen after the whole cop thing happened? Like basically after you kind of got out of prison, did some of this world kind of loop you back into some of this stuff?
Well, they've been sending stuff since then, yeah.
Okay, got it. And that's like the 8 to 10 stuff?
No, that was before.
That was before? Okay.
So I hadn't had anything that I can remember lately that's been,
all right,
obviously underage.
Yeah.
But some of that stuff I hadn't even opened. Who knows what's on that?
Okay. But the DVDs, when was that?
DVDs that I bought?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's been, it's probably been 20 years ago.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, okay. And what about, I know with like Telegram, Signal, and all that shit, so some of the stuff you kind of described to me, has that been kind of like last couple of years, some of this stuff?
Well, not with underage, but join the groups and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's been ongoing for several years.
Okay. So I do want to talk about the group stuff, all right, because we can, so I'll tell you, we can't really distinguish between a group and an individual person when underage stuff is opened or looked at or anything like that, okay? Because even if you're in a group with 2 billion people, the internet records show that it was sent from this person to you, if we're looking at your records, okay? So there's no context of like how many other people it was sent to or who was asking for it, this or that. It just shows the file started here, it ended up here, okay? So one thing I can tell you is, I'm not some expert, I'm not some genius or anything, but I can tell you, like I said with guys, once it starts, it doesn't stop, and that's with everything, okay? So, I know you're not trying to deceive me, I know you're not trying to lie to me or anything like that, I totally understand, but I also know that, you didn't just snap out of it when you got right back out, okay? Especially when you have Telegram and Signal and all, that just didn't happen, okay? Like, if I told you that I think that everything's been kosher online for you the past 10 years, I'd be lying to you, okay? And you'd be lying to yourself if you were telling me that as well, okay? So I have a theory about these groups that I think that, and I could be totally wrong. I mean, let me know if I am. But I think the groups is where they're posting a lot of this underage stuff, okay? And I'm not saying you created any of these groups. I'm not saying you're looking to join them. I'm just saying you did join them, okay? And that could be because somebody sent you a link, just click on it, and then boom, there's the shit show, okay? So, look, man, obviously I'm a fair person. I'm not here to like say, because a lot of people would look at this and look at that and be like, oh my God, well, yeah, clearly you're complicit because you were there. I don't think you're complicit in any of that shit, okay? I don't think you condone what's happening in these groups, okay? But let me just be frank with me, okay? Because if I could figure out the head of one of these groups, I'm not saying you're going to be the one to tell me, but I mean, I'm thinking you're going to be the one to point me in the right direction. By all means, God bless you for that. That'd be awesome, okay? Because there's 2 billion freaking Bryans that are kind of in these groups kind of around doing stupid shit. but there's only a few thousand group leaders. There's only a few thousand people producing this stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, if I'm trying to cut down that tree over there, am I going to start with like that leaf on the top? No, I'm going to try to go for the roots, right? You're the leaf on the top, man. I mean, what, I would waste my time doing that. You know what I mean? But, you know, I want to ask the leaf, hey, how do I get to the bottom, right? How do I get to the bottom of this, literally? So let me just ask you this. How long ago did they start kind of adding you to groups where it was kind of underage videos, underage pictures, this and that?
The first time, oh, it would have been probably, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, maybe.
When you got out?
So I got out in 16, so yeah.
Okay.
That's not been 10 years, probably 10, 12, probably. I had some of them, you know, back years and years ago.
Yeah, but
since then, I don't know, let's see, let me try to think of that. 3 or 4 years, maybe.
Okay, so kind of like the extracurricular internet bullshit with the group started kind of a little bit after you got out. Okay, that's fair. What languages have you seen the groups titles be? Like I know you said they try to speak English, but like what languages have you seen the groups be titled and shit like that?
Some of them look like it's probably Russian or something like that. Some of them, I guess it may be, I don't know, Oriental.
Okay, so it's a lot of foreign shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, there's a lot of them.
English, yeah. Okay, so if we're talking Russians, especially, we're talking underage shit. I mean, that's just, I mean, we've both been on the internet long enough to know that, okay?
Russian, they said, I didn't know it until just a few years ago. They said Ukraine was bad about that. And I didn't know that until just a couple of years ago.
Well, we're talking Eastern Europe, we're talking being underage. That's just a fact of the internet. You know, anybody that's been on there for more than a few months can figure that one out. So let me ask you this. So you said this started a few years ago. So how often are they adding you to underage groups and shit?
Every time I see them anymore, I just delete them and I don't even look.
Okay.
What's even on them anymore?
Well, I asked, but I asked how many times or how often are they trying to add you to that shit?
To any kind of group like that.
Group.
Well, I don't know the ages, of course. It just comes up with some type of, join this group. But I get them maybe, I don't know, average maybe 1 or 2 a week.
1 or 2 a week.
Average,
okay, got it.
As I said, it may go several weeks and I'll get 1 and I'll get 3 or 4 a day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you perfect?
Absolutely.
Okay. Neither am I. None of us are. Okay. So
one man lived on this earth.
Yeah, absolutely. But so with that being said, being that we're all not perfect here, have there been a few times, for lack of a better term, where you think you've either got a little bit too curious or maybe a little bit carried away and kind of folded and joined one of them?
I don't know if I've joined, but I've looked on.
Okay.
Looked at what they have, what they showed for previews or whatever you call
it. Yeah. Basically, put it this way: has there been kind of like it's kind of like the steak dangling in front of a dog? Have there been a few times where there was like a little bit getting carried away, seeing what they were posting in there and kind of looking at some of the shit?
Look at what I don't remember ever joining one, but whatever they've got available,
Okay.
I have looked at stuff.
Okay, got it. So I'm only asking about, especially we're talking Russians here, I'm only asking about underage stuff, okay? And don't sugarcoat what they're posting. I mean, unless you're behind the camera one of them, I'd be sugarcoating it too. But, since as far as I know, you didn't go to Russia and film any videos. I mean,
never been out of the country.
Yep, there we go. So
only been to a handful of states. To tell you the truth.
There you go. Go visit Washington State before you die, man. You won't regret it. Most beautiful state in the country.
Washington State and Oregon's pretty.
Oh, it's heaven, dude.
I'd like to visit all 48, but I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to.
Shit, man, save up $1,000, go on a road trip. But, or I don't know, just 2 people dig their graves and go and do it. But yeah, okay. So, but they've been trying to add you to groups for a couple of years now at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. What are the age ranges that you've seen posted in these groups? Or actually, not even that, me saying you've seen implies that you were looking for it. What are some of the age ranges that they've posted that you've happened to come across in these groups?
Well, most of the previews, like 18 to 25.
Okay, I'm asking about the underage dog.
I would say, I don't know, 14, 16.
14, 16. Okay.
But it's just guessing, of course.
Yeah. You know, Brian, I wouldn't. If we're talking Russians and foreigners, you know, we're not talking limits. Okay. You know that. So I'm just asking, especially if it's been going on for a couple years at this point. I'd be naive to believe that it was 14 and up. I mean, that would just be me. That would be me, like, just being kind of dumb. Again, I think your thing is probably 16 and up, so that's why you're telling me that. But just be honest. What's the youngest age they're actually posting in there? Okay. I'm just asking. I'm not saying you've enjoyed it. I'm just saying what's the youngest age they've posted in there?
Of course, they don't really come out with any ages, of course.
What's it look like to you?
I'd say 12, 13.
12, 13? Okay. Well, let me tell you this, man. Yeah, yeah. Well, let me tell you this. So you know how I was telling you earlier how we can have like kind of the colors kind of flagging the age ranges? Okay. We've seen quite a few where it's red and dark red coming up on your end, all right? And that's 0 to 8. That's red and dark red, okay? You know, never for a second do I think you like that stuff or enjoyed that stuff, but seeing it, yeah. I mean, how else would we be getting those flags? So I'm just going to ask you, I get they're posting shit that's 12 and 13. How often are they posting shit that's so young where it's like 0 years old, 2 years old, 4 years old, shit like that?
Not very often that I can see. You know,
okay. How many times do you think you've seen something like that posted in the groups, like 0 to 4, like very young, like baby, toddler, so like stuff like that?
Not very many times.
What's a number, you think?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 3 or 4.
3 or 4? Okay. Okay. But
I don't remember even clicking on links for, you know, of course, like I said, see what it is and go away.
Okay. But, you know, again, that doesn't, the flags don't show us the full context. It shows that it was looked at. So have you clicked on links or just come across pictures that's been like 0 to 4 and then maybe just clicked off of it?
Yeah, see what it is.
Okay.
You know, that's not, I don't know part of this.
Okay. But you've seen that it was so obviously young, like 0 to 4, and you click off of it?
Yeah,
okay.
I've seen it.
Okay. But like clearly like either just starting school or not in school yet. Like very, very young. Like need your mom to go with you everywhere type age, right? That okay. Okay, so and this was in like these kind of groups they try to add you to?
Some of them have just been links that just randomly sent.
Okay, so some were individuals sending you those links?
It's supposed to be an individual as far as best I can remember.
Okay.
I don't even click on the name of the one that sent it.
You just kind of see what the link is, yeah.
See what it is and
okay.
Don't even fool it.
Okay. And this type of shit is like past couple of years type thing?
Yeah, it's 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Like fair enough.
But like I said, the last little while, I don't even look at any of them. I just click delete and go on.
Yeah.
Then figured out what it is.
I hear you. Okay, so when they posted the 0 to 6-year-old range, were these like, or we'll just say 5 or 6, were these like, I'm only asking because I want to try to narrow this down here for these kids. Were these like pictures, videos, or both they were posting of that age range?
I think just pictures, what I was seeing.
Okay. What do the pictures look like?
If you go ahead and join, and I'm sure there's limited everything.
Okay, so it's like a preview type thing?
Preview.
Okay.
That's all I've ever seen on any of that. It's just a preview.
Okay. What do the pictures show?
Like, a kid laying in the bed.
Okay.
Legs spread.
Okay, so you can see the...
Some of them are maybe right above.
And this is like of the 6-year-old here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously real young.
Okay, got it.
Certain ages, of course.
So, yeah, but obviously there's a difference between a 6-year-old and an 18-year-old, yeah, okay. So why only previews? Like, why only previews? Like, what do you mean, like, previews? Like, is something to charge for, or like?
I guess they do. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even fool with them when I see what it is.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sure that's some kind of a charge to it.
Okay. Do you know, like, what platform they used to charge people on? Like, pay me on this app, or, like, what do they usually say?
I don't remember on the groups, but, like, the ones that are want money, it's like Cash App. That's
Cash App, okay.
That's a big thing anymore.
Okay, got it. Okay, so there's been individuals that have sent you kind of previews, and they're like,
Well, that's the ones that are wanting money.
See the rest on Cash App and this and that.
Send me so much on Cash App.
Okay. What's the typical number they say for Cash App?
Like dollar amount?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are wanting money, cards or whatever, it's like 50 to 100.
50 to 100? Okay.
I've had one or two, like 200, 250,
Shoo.
500. Yeah, right.
To sell you that must be a shit ton of child porn.
I mean, that's just, that's the ones that are wanting money. I don't know about I never have got that far into that on the links from videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I never got into that.
No, but I mean, like, are they trying to charge you like $100, $50 for like a full link or something, or the full shit?
I guess. I've never been,
Okay.
never got on them that far to find out what they charge.
Yeah. Well, your number's attached to a Cash App account.
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't know it.
You have Cash App, right?
I didn't know it did. No.
Do you have like PayPal or anything?
I used to, but it's been a long time ago.
Got it.
I think there's a Cash App thing on this phone, but it was on it when I got it. I didn't sign up for it.
Okay.
No, I didn't know that. That's news to me. I didn't know I had.
Do you have Cash App on your phone?
I think it's on there.
Oh yeah, it sure is.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see it.
Something went wrong. Oh, you can just press close. Oh, your phone's like all your data's off. Can you try to turn on your data and see if it will? Oh yeah.
It's forever slow.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
I don't have much data. And I didn't even know. I saw it on here when I got the phone, but I didn't even know I had an account.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's just automatic.
Right. Yeah, you're good, man. I'll take your word for it. That's an Android, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can throw it up. You can put it up. I don't mind. Okay. So, Brian, I have an Android too, and Cash App does not come with an Android. You're talking to somebody who's probably 15 years younger than you about technology. So, I mean, you're not going to win this debate with me, man. Do you pay anybody on Cash App? Like, do you use Cash App at all? You've never used it?
I didn't know I had an account.
Okay. But nobody's.
I used PayPal a few times, but that's been a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. But you don't use Cash App to pay any bills or anything like that.
No.
Okay, got it.
I don't pay any bills online. I write them a check or pay them in cash.
Okay, got it.
Well, the phone bill is automatic.
Mm-hmm. Well, Brian, being that we can kind of figure out kind of shit that's been being sent and all that stuff, do you think there's, let me ask you this, has anybody ever asked you to send anything to them of kind of younger stuff?
Yeah, they've asked.
Okay.
Had that one picture there, one thing there.
Yeah. But have any the people that have sent you stuff asked you for stuff in return?
I can't say specifically, but I'm sure they have.
Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, I get guys get carried away, and once we're obsessed with something, it just becomes an obsession. I get that. How many times do you think you've probably taken something that's been a young and sent it to somebody else, either because they've asked or either because you just felt like it? I don't know. How many times do you think you've done that?
Oh, you mean last few years or all?
Last few years, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Less than half a dozen times, I guess.
Okay.
Of course, it's been, I guess every one of them been because somebody asked.
Yeah. No, I know you're not finding random people just spam with that shit. But so how does that kind of work? Are these photos you take yourself? Where do you get these photos from?
No, they're on the internet or somebody sent them to me.
Okay, so it's basically hot potato kind of. Okay. The photos you've sent, were these like on links, or were these like you take a photo and you just send it to somebody, or like were these like links or individual photos you kind of sent to people with that stuff?
Well, they're individual photos, I guess you'd say. But,
Okay.
some of them are off websites, and some of them, people send them to me.
So people send you, so people send you a kid, you take that pic. Somebody else asks for one, you send them that pic. Okay. Okay. Why'd you kind of get? Okay.
Whatever.
But dude under 18.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Why did you kind of partake in that?
I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. See if Roadhouse is open. Pickles. You've been very, upfront and honest about everything. I appreciate that. Somebody wants to take accountability. I know you're, and that tells me you really don't have much to hide. I mean, truly, I think the only thing that we're kind of skirting the truth about here is, which I get, but it's very easy to say it happened, but it was years ago. It happened, but it was years ago, because that's. It's kind of stepping up and taking responsibility for it, but it's not at the same time, because like it happened years ago. Like if I broke my brother's wrist yesterday and I said it happened years ago, it's kind of like, oh well, fuck it, I actually did break his wrist years ago, but if you came up to me when I was 15, when I did break his wrist, and I told him, and I was like, oh, it happened when I was 9. Well, it happened yesterday. You know what I mean? But just be real with me, man. So like I said, Mr. talking to teen about a store, that's not somebody who's seen completely good kosher stuff online. Okay. Truly, when's the last time that somebody sent you some kind of bullshit like underage stuff? I'm not trying to like say, here's my swinging in your face now. Just be honest, because I think the only thing we're missing on the honesty thing is that, it was all a few years ago. It was all a few years ago. I'm not saying that makes you a bad person. I'm not saying you're trying to lie to me, but when it comes to stuff like this, nobody tells the full truth, because unless you're, you would have if you were, you would have been like, yeah, and I loved it, but obviously you're not, and I think Lily would be, if you were, you'd be in one of the graves you dug, but just be real with me, because we have the records, okay, and this ain't just a few years ago. I mean, come on, I'd be, what am I, freaking naive or something? Like, when's the last time somebody tried to trade with you or send you that was too young, like underage? Truly, when's the last time that shit happened?
I don't know exactly. It's not been years and years ago, but it's been a little bit.
Like, what's a little bit?
I'm trying to think back. Probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 months maybe.
3 or 4 months ago. Okay, what did they send you? That was, like, was this like in a group, or was this like in an individual?
It was an individual.
Okay. Was it like a trade? Like, did you send some stuff, he sent some stuff, or he sent some stuff, you sent some stuff?
It was more, I think they sent pictures and.
And.
One, you already got there, send me something like this, that kind of thing.
Okay. Wait. So this person sent you, for lack of a better term, then you sent that back to him?
They wanted me to send something to them. Of course, I didn't have anything like what they wanted.
Okay, but did they send you stuff?
It's happened before.
Okay, what did they send to you?
Mostly just pictures.
Okay.
Pictures.
Okay. And this was a few months ago?
It's been, I don't know exactly, days all run together. Probably less than 6 months.
Less than 6 months. Okay, so maybe late last year, sometime this year?
Last part of last year.
Okay. How long have you had that phone for?
This one?
Yeah.
A couple weeks.
Couple weeks. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Did that happen on like a computer or a phone?
Probably. Maybe both.
Where they sent you stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a computer at home?
I don't. Mom's got one.
Oh, you live with Mom?
No, I don't live with her. I'm there.
Okay. Okay. Well, obviously.
The last few years, it's been mostly over the phone.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm not here to like, I'm not here to like, try to get Mom's computer. And I'm not saying I can do that, but I wish I can't. But
when I'm on there, I just usually do. like YouTube,
Okay.
Facebook.
Has there been a few times maybe you got a little bit carried away on mom's computer where you've kind of looked at stuff you weren't supposed to on there?
Yeah.
Like under 18 stuff?
I don't know about under 18 stuff.
Okay. Got it. Like, do you have like Telegram or Signal on mom's computer at all? No?
That's just on the phone.
Okay.
I mean, I've got a laptop, but I don't use it.
Okay. Got it. Well, let me put it this way. Is there anything, do you have like another phone at home or something? Okay.
I got this old one.
Okay.
This one.
Got it. Is that a smartphone?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Android.
Fair enough. Well, it's Android. It can't be that smart of a phone. Okay. Is there? I'm just trying to like I'm willing to overlook this. The only reason being because none of them appear to be your photos that you took yourself. Okay. It just seems to be some looped into essentially entrapment. Okay. Is there anything from like any Telegram chats or any Signal chats or any Kick chats or in your phone gallery on any of those phones that, you know, if we were to look through them like right now, that I'd be like, oh, wow, this is way too young. This is a video of a kid or a picture of a kid. You should get rid of this. Is there anything like that on those phones?
Pictures, yeah.
Pictures of kids on those phones? Okay. Which phone is it on? Okay. Let's not open it right now. How many are we talking? How many pictures of kids we're talking on there?
Young kids, I don't know. Sure, not a great lot. I don't know. Guessing, I don't know, 10 or 12 maybe.
Okay.
Sure.
What are the age ranges you have on that phone of that?
They would be probably 12 and under, like maybe down to 8 or 10.
Okay.
12.
So nobody that looks at that is going to be like, that's an adult.
Right.
Okay. What can you see on those pictures you have on that phone? All of it. Okay. Is there a passcode on that phone? Okay. Well, let's not get into it. Let's not open it now. That'd be like a, you know, the more you access it, yeah, it could be kind of bad. But that's a work phone. Is that not? Why do you have that on a work phone?
Don't phone I've got.
You have that phone.
This one's just, all this is messed up on it.
Okay.
Got to where it wouldn't hardly work. I ended up getting this one.
Okay. So do you purposely save the photos to that phone instead of that phone?
I did when I had this one going all the time.
Okay. Where'd you save those photos from?
They're from what people sent me.
What people sent you? Okay.
Mostly what the younger stuff is what people sent me.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I guess it gets harder and harder to find. Like, you know, that's fair.
I've got some off of websites or something.
Okay. So.
Sites and whatever.
But on there is a combination of what people sent and sites. Okay.
Well, there's some of them that are somebody sent me that are obviously from a website of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's got the website name on them.
Right. But essentially there's pictures of 12 and under on that phone right now. Okay. Like you said, 10 to 20.
Well, I guess I'd have to go through and count.
Okay. But more than 5?
Probably.
Okay, that's fine. How many of them, and just be real with me, because, you know, like I said, I know it started off as documentaries. It's literally a gateway drug. But what do I believe in for drugs? I believe in treatment, not punishment. You know what I mean? I don't think you need trouble, maybe some help, okay? How many of those, and don't pull them up and show me. You know, let's spare both of us here. How many of those would be videos saved on there?
Maybe a couple.
Okay.
Without looking.
Okay. But you know there's at least one on there. That's video.
Yeah.
Okay. What's happening in that video?
That's a girl on the bed, just kind of, I don't know what you say, walling around, I guess you'd say.
Okay. How old is she about?
Probably 10.
Okay.
Maybe 12.
Is there a guy in the video too? Okay. How many videos on there that would be with a guy and a girl?
Under
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any.
Okay, so just whatever videos are on there, it would just be solo vids. And any of girls at all?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Of course, the older ones, I've probably some of them, but, you know.
On the older ones?
20s and.
Oh yeah. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's just a guy being a guy there. I can't really. I mean, I would hope you do, unless you're gay or something. Interesting. I see. So let's kind of walk it back to Lily. You know, I'm not going to read these chats here. I mean, I don't feel the need to with you here or anything. What was kind of like the chats? Anything said in the chats? What were you hoping to get out of this kind of companionship with Lily?
Just friendship.
Friendship. Okay. Anything else besides that?
No, I mean,
no.
Well, like maybe talk, go somewhere, get together and talk. Or
yeah.
Like that, but it's nothing more than that.
Okay. Fair enough. I see. Is there any? I'm going to kind of ask about teenage girls online because Lily was talking to you for quite a while. Is there any? How common is it for just teenage girls to be on Instagram talking to older people like this?
I've seen a few. I don't know.
For these.
There's a few that I've talked to that claim to be, under 18.
How old did they claim they were?
Well, of course, she's 13. Some of them like 15, 16.
Any younger than Lily?
Not that I can remember.
Okay.
Or not to admit it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Pictures or anything like
that. Interesting. How did the conversations kind of go with them?
Well, just general conversations, and we find out what they like, and they find out what I like, and what you like to do in spare time.
Did any of them start to get like a little bit risque or flirtatious with you?
There's been a few.
How do they get that way with you? Like, what do they say?
Well, one of them comes to mind.
Oh, these kids are saying that shit?
It's supposed to be 15,
Lord have mercy. How does it go after that? Like, what happens next?
Well, I'm sorry, I can't do nothing about it. Wish you could,
Yeah. Do any of them just? Yeah, just typical guy talk.
I mean, that's what they talk.
Oh, yeah. Do any of them just kind of willy-nilly send you like, here's my or anything like that?
I don't remember that age doing it, but I have had like 20s and 30s.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Interesting. Do you want water or anything?
I'm fine right now. I've got a Dr. Pepper out there in the Explorer.
Fair enough. Okay.
Trying to keep this anxiety.
Yeah, how long have you been dealing with anxiety for?
20 years.
20 years. Okay.
If it ain't been 20, it's been awful close to it.
Got it.
Well, maybe more than that. No, I see. Yeah.
Jeez, why do you think you got anxiety?
Doctor says it's chemical imbalance.
Really?
That's all I know.
I hope I didn't make you anxious or anything. Well, I probably did with what was talked about, but I hope I didn't I hope I didn't scare you or anything. Like I wasn't menacing or anything like that. Try not to be.
For me, it's kind of random.
Just kind of happens.
If I know something's like I'm planning on going somewhere, it makes it worse.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just hits right out of the blue, no obvious reason.
Okay. So digging graves and seeing dead bodies does not give you anxiety, but everything else kind of does.
It depends on what's going on.
Yeah.
We don't usually see bodies.
Right. Huh. Interesting.
Sometimes, get behind, run late or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm hypoglycemic on top of that.
What's that?
Low blood sugar.
Okay.
And sometimes that will trigger an anxiety attack.
Right.
I don't know. Well, doctor said it won't, but I think it does because blood sugar gets low, makes you nervous. If you already got anxiety, nervous problems, it don't take much to really set it off.
For sure, for sure. Huh, all right. Well, gee Louise, I need some water.
You want some water?
Yeah.
You want some water?
I'll take one.
All right. You want some of the well, I'm gonna go to the Sure.
What can I say? I always cheer on my people. Let me see your phone for a second. Yeah, I was when.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were at the Texas Roadhouse. I might. I might. Trying to think.
I could probably stop and I'll pray about it real quick.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't make you anxious either. It's literally just it's honestly to make you not anxious because I can make a lot of people anxious with my size and everything. So, do you live with your brother, but live alone? Live alone. Do you have like a wife or kids or anything? Any kids? Never been married. No kids. I guess I'll just hold this. Yeah, just grab us a water first, not taking a piss. All right, all right. So is that like, I've never been to this park. Is that like a veterans? What war for that? What war?
All of them.
Oh, nice. Were you ever in the,
Vietnam Memorial.
nice. Were you ever in the military? Your brother ever in the military?
Dad was.
Oh, okay. Your dad's still with us? Damn, sorry. Your mom is though, right? How old's she?
77.
Okay. And you're what, 54? Yeah, dude, my mouth is getting dry, dude. I hate it. What season do you like? Is it easier to dig graves in the winter, I assume, in the summer, or maybe the ground's harder in the winter, huh?
It's usually easier like spring and fall.
Yeah, yeah. I guess summer's too hot and winter's too like stiff.
The ground gets hard.
Yeah.
When it gets dry, and then wintertime it froze, mud.
Yeah, yeah. So do you use like a shovel or do you use like tools? A what?
Mini trackhoe.
Oh, okay, so like a little
Excavator. Backhoe.
Yeah. Backhoes. Got it. So about how many like teenage kids like between the 13 to 17 range have hit you up on Instagram, you think?
Probably, I don't know, 4 or 5.
Damn, it's crazy how common that is. Like, fucking, that's just Instagram alone, huh?
I think that's where most of it comes from.
That's fucking nuts. How do they even allow this shit?
I don't know.
So I gotta ask, like back in the, yeah, no, exactly. Like back in, I only asked because you had a dog tag about the military. Oh, okay. So back in the day, when I guess you got entrapped by the cops, was this like on a chat room or an app or?
It would have been a chat room, yeah.
Okay. Was it Elizabethtown PD?
No, it was, wait a minute. Covington.
So you just drove to Covington, they came and arrested you?
No, they came. I never did go to Covington.
Oh, there was like some meeting arranged or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty. Like, yeah, I mean, like, it's, I don't know why it's like that.
I still can't think what county Covington's in.
Yeah, me either.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Are you plugged on here? Oh. It's off. Yeah, I'm a water bottle, so you can just dig a grave for it if you want. I mean, I'll pay you $6.50, like $6.50 for this one. I'm paying you $600, but. Did you tell them what we really wanted?
Yeah.
Huh?
They're already on the way. Had to turn back.
Oh, starving. So I'm curious, kind of like. So I'm curious, kind of about the whole jab thing. I mean, this is just me being totally curious. So in 2021, you noticed like an uptick in work for pretty much. In 2021. So you said you dig like 1 to 2 graves a week, or
we average about around 9 or 10 a month.
9 or 10 a month. Okay, so in June or December of 2021, how many did you average?
From July to December, in that 6 months time, we did almost as many average year.
Oh shit! So it doubled.
Not hardly. Yeah, at least a third.
Oh my god. Did the I mean, was there talk with people at the funeral homes that like, hey, people are having heart attacks? That it's all an uptick? Jesus.
We had one military funeral. Everybody around here close would do the military honor. It was already tied up and more than they could do. Ended up they got VFW out of Litchfield to do it. The only one that was available.
Oh my god! So like.
Never happened. Well, they get concrete vaults out of Louisville.
But
they had so many to do that they ended up had to transfer it to Somerset.
But during actual COVID, it was the same amount of work.
19 was a little below average. 20 was about average.
Wow.
21 when the shot started.
So what made you not take the shot?
Stuff I'd heard and seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's too new.
Yeah.
It's not tested.
Yeah.
Done figured out what they're doing.
Yeah. No, 100%. Do you think I mean, my God, like, it's crazy to me how, like, my thing with the whole shot is that if there's with it, they should shut it off immediately and realize it was a mistake. But since they didn't do that, I think it was on purpose why they did it.
Population control.
I think that's what it is too. So do all the the funeral directors and like all the funeral homeowners, do they have the same theory of why it was happening as you did, or did they just say there's an uptick?
I hadn't talked to too many, but people we've talked to, they think it's more than just incidental.
Right, right.
I don't know if they've ever come right out and actually said population control or.
Yeah, but they've definitely tied it into the shots itself. Okay. Oh, kind of I'm kind of getting sunburn on my head. Can you just sit on that side? I'll sit on this side. Oh man. Pass the water, please, Freyor. Kick it, Freyor. You play soccer. You Mexican Freyor. Very good, Freyor. You scored a goal, Freyor. I'm so proud of you, Freyor. Well, that's crazy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a MSNBC article, and I'm just going to call you conspiracy theorist, even though that you have firsthand knowledge of this and you've seen it. You're not a scientist, okay? Right. I mean, obviously, a guy in a lab coat who doesn't talk to anybody in person would know a lot more than somebody actually on the front lines of things. Clearly, right? Duh. That is interesting to know, though. That is because I've never. My uncle never mentioned anything about that. Like I didn't ask him, but I mean, I have to ask him next time I talk to him. But that's nuts, man. What a fucking bummer. Do you have to dig different size plots depending on who dies? Like, if versus like a small guy versus a big guy?
Unless it's like a child, infant, whatever, they're pretty much the same size.
Okay.
They do have oversize.
Okay. God, do you charge more for that?
No, the only time we charge more is if we hit rock.
Okay. That's just coincidence, though, usually.
Well, we know certain places pull them like rock.
Okay.
most ones we dig in don't.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, man, that is interesting. So just reason with you, are you actually supposed to be at a park?
I don't think there's anything that I remember in any restriction.
Got it. So basically, like, so you said there's only on that phone in your pocket there,
I don't want to call it.
but like pictures of kids. Okay, just on that phone right there. Okay, got it. All right. And there's no pictures on that phone, only on that phone right there.
I'd have to go through and look on this.
Okay, but you know for sure there's like pictures of kids on that phone. Okay. And are you still a though on the registry? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
What I was told, all the restrictions once I went through that program was supposed to be gone.
Okay. Okay.
I said they lied to me so many times.
And you said the pictures on that phone are like between the age of like 6 to 12?
Yeah, 10, 12.
Okay. And there's like a video of like a kid like rolling around with her and shit. Okay. Got it.
It cuts off about that point.
Okay. Okay. Got it. All right. Okay. Cool.
Hey, sir.
All right.
Officer Casey, PD. What was your name, bub?
Excuse me, Brian.
Brian, nice to meet you, man. Without reaching for anything, is there any weapons or any pocket knives or anything like that? Without reaching for it, where's that at, possibly? Right for pocket. I'm gonna, if you could, just I'll get it for you. If you don't mind, just standing up for me. I appreciate it, bub. And do you have your ID with you?
Yeah, it's in my left back.
You boss man?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, do you care if I get it out though? Do you care if I get it?
Yeah, go ahead. It's hard to get out.
Hey, we're gonna hold on to your phones for now, okay, bub?
Yeah.
Ryan extensively came to me earlier before. There's no stated, but I know Kentucky has to be a law enforcement officer anyway. So
I'm gonna hold on to your knife. I'll make sure I get that back to you by the end of everything, okay, buddy?
really didn't ask too much about 13-year-old. I tried to get some kind of over the course of our consensual conversation, told him it's voluntary to talk to me. It's on camera.
Right.
He told me,
95336.
long story short, there's definitely
No, 95336.
that older from that's right there, and he admitted in front of you all.
Yeah.
That's one of it, not the other.
Brian, you care to come over here real quick, partner?
They have the other phone.
So before this goes on any further, I'm just gonna read your rights, okay?
Oh, it's in the car over there. Can I go? Yeah, yes, we're gonna go. Can I see the keys, please?
This for this one?
Oh, yeah. Just do whatever. What's that?
Since y'all obviously witnessed and everything, can we get y'all's information real quick?
Yeah.
So we can jot that down on there. I appreciate it.
Okay, like people you may know? Yeah. Said that just a big deal. How long? When did you?
You get the mic on? You say your phone number?
What kind of conversation took place?
Because what you was just texting me.
Where the f is the mic?
Never know.
Any or any form of any child porn groups or anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, he said it's going to be school, but he said he didn't know about ours.
I have to double check because I know some people can be around certain schools at a certain if it's before a certain year.
Right, right.
Let me go talk with him real quick. The other officer, he's getting a written statement. Would you mind starting?
Yeah,
with
I'm
that?
gonna do one.
Appreciate it,
No, just random.
I just put it in the car.
bud. Would all three of y'all be willing to give a written
Yes,
statement?
yes.
He has some started real quick. Yeah. I think he may have just one clipboard, so if there needs to be more, I can get my clipboards.
All right.
That way y'all can kind of do it
No
real
problem.
quick. And then I'll see what's going on over here real quick.
Okay, so it's just new pictures. Male, female, both. Okay. How? And that's on the phone that we got out of your pocket. The black one. Would you have any objection with us going through that phone? Okay. Would you be able to sign just a form saying that you consent to that? Okay. Okay. Do you have a passcode on it? Okay. This one. Okay. Okay. So just hang tight with these guys. So I'm just gonna have you sign that form real quick, and so just give me 1 second. Hang tight with him, okay? Jimmy, Brian, I'm sorry. Thanks. I mean a lot of. I remember they said they put up 9. You pro? Where you pro? You were raised or?
What's his name? I always forget. Decoy is 13.
Yes, sir. Can a decoy this catch go?
Would you all be willing to give us a written statement of everything y'all?
Yes, sir.
ahead. Obviously, I'll let you do your thing.
Let's go, guys.
While he's doing that, I'll search these boxes. Yeah. I was.
Were we done with the big guy?
Yeah.
Crazy not bumping or anything. We gotta check cross our T's, dot our I's. There we go.
All right, bro. We're gonna go to the Dodge Charger over here, okay?
Wait, give it to Alex. You gotta write your statement.
What's his name? What's his name?
What happened?
Oh, he has to write his statement.
Here. Just need a quick written.
Yep.
Not written. We are, however, going to be going back to try to get some of the maybe most of the guys. Got him got him slippery. Try to knock on his door this morning too. We'll figure it out.
Not really.
Hard seat. Alphabetical.
All right, what's up, guys? So, as of now, they're taking him to the station. They just told me if what's on his phone is on his phone, he's getting arrested. So I assume on this video, it'll be a all caps arrested in the title. Make sure you join locals in the pinned comment. It really helps us out. If you support us traveling with those catching the sickest, we came from Houston, Texas. We have arrests in 45 states, convictions in 40. So help make it possible by joining locals in the pinned comment. 100 videos early and uncensored for a very small price. You can see tons of content and, of course, help this keep happening. We are making a difference out here, but we can only do it with you. So be part of that reason. Locals pinned comment.
If you want to support the predator poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $7 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.